Section 2.5, I still want to do a few more examples on adding, okay? So the first example that I want to do is let's say you want to add two numbers like 2/5 plus 7/25, okay? If you are adding these two fractions, okay, so what is our algorithm for adding? Well, I'm going to first find the least common divisor, okay? So I'm going to write 5. The number 5 is already a prime, right? So 5 is just 5 times 1. 5 is 5. It's just a prime itself. Now the number 25 is the 5 squared, right? So what do? I write each denominator as a product of prime powers. And then I take the highest power of each prime that appears in the denominator, right? So the LCD, the least common denominator of 5 and 25, what are the distinct primes here? There is only one prime, 5, and I take the highest power of that. So you take the highest power of each prime that appears in the denominator. So in this case I get 5 squared, which is 25. So that means 25 is my common denominator. So 25 is my common denominator. Okay, I divide 25 by, so what I'm going to have here is the numerator 2 from here will be multiplied with something else, and then the numerator 7 here will be multiplied with another number. Now, so what goes here? What goes here and what goes here?
1.
I divide 25 by 5, I get 5. And I divide 25 by 25, I get 1. Everybody is on the same page? Okay, so then this is equal to what? 10 plus 7 divided by 25 divided by 17 over 25. Doing okay? Okay. Yeah.
May I ask you about the one why I wrote 7 not y?
Okay. I have the numerator 2 and the numerator 7, right? So the numerator 2 will be multiplied with a number, numerator 7 will be multiplied with a number. What numbers goes in the parentheses? You divide the common denominator, by each of the denominators. So when I divide the common denominator 25 by 5, I get 5. So 5 goes here. When I divide 25 by 25, I get 1. So that's why 1 goes here. Okay? All right, so let's do another example. Now this time, let's say I have 3 fractions, okay? So let's say I have 2/3, and I want to add that with 1/4, and then I have the let's say 5 over let's say, I don't know, 24, okay? Everybody's okay? Now in this case, it's if you are pretty quick, you can see the 24 will be in the LCD, but we can see it here. So 3 is 3, 4 is the same as 2 squared, and 24 is the same as what?
6.
24, first of all, it is 2 times 12, right? And then I can write it as 2 times 6, right? Well, furthermore, this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So this is basically 2 cubed multiplied with 3, right? 2 cubed is 8. So what are the primes that appear in these factorizations? 2 and 3 only, right? There are only 2 primes. I take the highest power of each one. So LCD here would be highest power of 2 is 2 cubed, and the highest power of 3 is just 3. So that's 24. So my common denominator here is 24. So I'm going to write 24 here. Okay. You know what? Let me make a change here. Let's say I have a minus here, okay? Now, so here I'm going to have 2 times something plus 1 times something minus 5 times something, okay? So what goes here? I divide 24 by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 8. What is 24 divided by 24? Oh, it's in this one. Sorry. Okay, so in this here, I divide 24 by 4. I get 6, right? So I'm going to put a 6 here. So what do I have then? I have 16 plus a 6 minus a 5, right? Divided by 24. And 16 plus 6 is 22. 22 minus 5 is 17.
So why 6? Why will you put 6 in the...
6 was, I divide 24 by 4, right? 24 divided by 4. How did you get 8? You divided 24 by 3, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Say it again. The number 8. You divide 24 by 3. So you divide the common denominator by each of the denominators. LCD, you divide the LCD by each of the denominator. Those are the numbers that goes into the parentheses, okay? Any other questions?
Can you again this example, please?
This one?
Yes, all of these.
This example is we are adding these 2 fractions and subtracting this fraction, okay? What are the denominators here? The denominators here are 3, 4, and 24, right? Okay, 3, 4, and 24, I write them in this way. So this is like writing them as the prime powers. We are factorizing these numbers, 3, 4, and 24. So you understand that 3 is 3, 4 is 2 squared. Okay, 24, that's the same as 2 cubed times 3. So what are the prime numbers in these factorizations? 2 and 3. So I take the highest power of 2 and 3. The highest power of 2 and 3 is 2 cubed and 3. So that gives me 24. Okay, so that's my LCD. That's my least common divisor. So that goes here. That goes in the denominator, okay? Making sense? Questions? And then what goes on the numerator? On the numerator, you see I have 2 will be multiplied with something in the parentheses. 1 will be multiplied with something, and negative 5 will be multiplied with something, okay? Now the question is, what goes into the parentheses? Well, what goes into the parentheses is the following. I divide the LCD by each denominators. So when I divide 24 by 3, I get 8. When I divide 24 by 4, I get 6. When I divide 24 by 24, I get 1. So those are the numbers that went there. Questions?
How you get number 8, please?
8 is 24 divided by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 24 divided by 4 is 6.
24 قسم
Okay.
24 قسم الفرق 24 قسم الفرق
Questions? Okay. So let's move on to another section now. Let's look at section 2.6. And section 2.6 is about mixed numbers, okay? Mixed. So far, what are the numbers we looked at? We looked at whole numbers and we looked at fractions, right? Fractions are ratios of those whole numbers. Okay? Now, sometimes we might write numbers in the following way. Okay, so 73 and we write 73 and 5/8. This number. What is the meaning of this notation here? 73 and 5/8.
Multiply.
Not multiplication. This symbol here, if I put a dot here or a parenthesis, then it's multiplication. This is a mixed number. The meaning of this is you're adding 73 and 5/8. Another interpretation of that, if I multiply 73 and 8, what do I get?
73 plus
73 times 8. What is 73 times 8?
8 plus
That's 3 times 8 is 24. 2. 7 times 8? 58 then, right? And then I'm going to add 5 to it. So what do I get? 589 divided by 8. Making sense? The meaning of this number is also, see, when I add these two numbers, what do I get? I multiply 73 and 8 and add 5, right?
So you mean we do like the thing like 5
See, you multiply these two numbers, okay?
and 5 with
You multiply these two numbers and then you add 5. You multiply 73 and 8, you add 5. That's the meaning of this notation, okay? Plus 5, yeah. Is that making sense? The meaning of 73 and 5/8. So the way you want to read it, it is 73 and 5/8. 73 and 5/8. So you're adding 73 and 5/8. If you add these two numbers, how would you add these two numbers? What's the common denominator?
8.
8. So you're gonna multiply 8 and 73 and add 5, right? Making sense? So that is what I'm saying is that if I have 73 plus 5/8, how would I add them? Well, 73 means 73 over 1.
Yeah.
So the LCD is 8. So 73 will be multiplied with 8 and then you add 5. And that's exactly 589 over 8.
But I think we have to multiply.
Say it again?
Okay, I think
Yeah.
we should multiply 8 with the 5.
Why should we multiply 8 with the 5? Because it's 5 over 8, right? 5 divided by 8.
What if he like gave us the final answer and he asked us like to give an answer? How can I
Give you what?
like what if the question is compare 589
Over 8 to that number? Yeah, I'll show you that in a bit. Yep. Any other questions?
So if there is like
So just remember that the way you want to read 7